Today we are checking out the Voodu valve by Rocktron. A couple of weeks ago I put out a video about the Rocktron Prophecy preamp, which is maybe quite old, but sounds still kick-ass in my opinion. And of course Rocktron is very famous for these rec units from the 90s or early 2000s, which came with excellent effects and noise suppressor. And the Rocktron Voodu valve is one of these. So today I plugged it in again. I used it, well, back in the 90s, but with a 2 power amp and a 4x12. Sounded kick-ass, although I have to say it didn't sound that direct like a pure tube preamp like the Angle, which I also have, or the Mesa Tri-Axis. But what I figured out lately is that the speakers simulation in this thing is excellent. It was way ahead of its time, I think. So today I'm playing this thing direct into the interface, and this is the sound you're hearing. And as this unit doesn't have a PC interface, I have to tell you my settings now, because I was asked for these. So as you can see here, maybe, or I don't know if you can see it in the video, sorry, but it has only this 8-inch display here. But I will do my best to tell you what I did here. First of all, this thing is a preamp. It has also a tube in it, I think. I have a similar preamp which is called the Chameleon, and it's basically the same thing, I think, but without the tube. Anyway, I don't know if the tube makes any difference in the sound. But it also has an effects section. Maybe you know the Rocktron IntelliFX, so I think it's basically the effects section from that thing. And what is very nice is that there are some effects which are located in front of the preamp, and some, like phases, for example, and also a pre EQ, and some effects which are located after the preamp. And you can, I think you can choose different effect chains. But let's go into the details. So we have the global menu here. What did I set here? Output stereo. Okay, speaker simulation. Hush offset I was setting to +30. Anyway, I don't know why. So we have the mixer section, volume at 116, left out level -10, right out at -10, mix direct 50% effect, direct pan, direction of the pan, or what is it? I don't know, but it's straight in the middle, so left 50, right 50. Delay level is +2, reverb level -12. So you may have heard that this is my lead tone with a ping pong delay, but I would use it also for rhythms, except I would switch off the delay. Okay, so the more interesting things are here, the preamp section. I was choosing tube gain low, so you can choose from tube gain high and low, but I'm using low currently. Gain at 55. Variac adjust -1. Bass level -4. Mid level -15. Treble level -5. Presence +3. But the interesting thing is, I think, which frequencies are affected, which I will show you in a second. Then there's the hush, the noise reduction. The threshold is -77, yeah, but you have to play around with that, I think. And also here you have a knob where you can adjust the input level, which is very nice. This guitar, the Harley Benton Fusion, which I'm playing currently with these Roswell pickups, it doesn't have that much output. So I'm running the input level here quite high at 3 o'clock. But if you're using maybe EMGs, maybe I would set it at 12 o'clock or something, you have to adjust this thing to your guitar, I think. Especially with cleans, you want your guitar, you want your signal to be clean when playing, clean tones. So yeah, we come to the most powerful sections here, which are the EQ sections. And this thing has two EQs. One is located in front of the preamp, so you can use it as a boost. It's called pre-EQ. And yeah, what are my settings? The low frequency level is -10. Low frequency frequency is 500 Hertz. So that is basically maybe drastically, because it's reducing everything below 500 Hertz, I think. If I remember correctly, this is acting as a kind of shelving filter. The mids are boosted, so mid level is +12, and I'm boosting the 805 Hertz, basically what a tube screamer would do. And the bandwidth is 1.6 oct. So yeah, I don't know if that is very much, but let's play around with that. If you set it to a lower value, then it gets more honky, as you can hear maybe. So I'm boosting quite a wider frequency range here, I think, with the 1.6. At the 2.0 now it sounds even fuller, but has a little bit too much bass for my taste. And also, if you would boost it more here, then maybe you can reduce the input level. So yeah, I set it to 1.6 here. And what else? What else do we have? Yeah, that's everything here, I think. Low frequency, mid, yeah. The pre-section. So yeah, this is the section which you use to boost your signal. Then you have the post-EQ, which is basically the tone shaping. And here the bass level is -4. And bass frequency is 68 Hertz. So I'm reducing the low or the sub-bass frequencies. Play around with that. So everything below 100 Hertz is maybe something which is not that important, but the 80 to 100 Hertz, they're basically yeah, the bass frequencies of the guitar. So at least in my opinion, I think I would do a distinct video on the EQ frequencies for high-gain guitars, but yeah, maybe you should watch out for that. And yeah, you have the bandwidth also for the bass frequencies here, which is called I'm currently at 0.6 oct. The mids are scooped here, so I'm raising the mids to push the amp in front of the preamp, and after the preamp I'm scooping it, so it's at -15. And the frequencies here are 707 Hertz, so 700 Hertz. Yeah, just also in the middle. And the bandwidth is 1.0. Treble level is -5, and yeah, the treble frequency here is 2484 Hertz, so basically the upper mids. Treble bandwidth is 1.3 oct, and the presence is +3. I'm boosting the frequencies 4757 Hertz and a bandwidth with 1.2. So yeah, that's what I did to get my tone. And of course I'm using the speaker simulation here in both outputs, left and right. Speaker type is the 12-inch. Mic position is, or mic position is -8. Reactance at 0. Yeah. What else? I'm using a delay. And delay settings are, a level is +2. Yeah, the mix is right in the middle, so 50, 50, 50. Source 2 is direct, delay, high frequency damp is at 22, output level at -3, pan is left, 0, right, whatever that means. Delay time 400 milliseconds, regeneration -14, output level 2, -3. Pan 2 is 100%, it's left, 100 right. Delay time 600 milliseconds. Regeneration is -5. Yeah. So that is basically the scalloping, not ping pong, if it's dual delay. So. If you would like to get the original Patricia settings, maybe you should set it to the one time to 596 or somewhere around that, and the other to 444. So let's do that. Yeah, sounds nice. So what else do we have? I think we have also a little bit of reverb here. Yeah, so mix is also 50. The mix direct with the delay is 50. Reverb level is -12. Reverb decay 49. High frequency damp is 40. That's it for the reverb. Configuration select. So that is basically the effects chain which I'm using. It's high gain, then chorus, which I'm not using now, delay, reverb. So yeah, you could choose here also a chain maybe where the modulation is in front of the high gain. So for example with the phaser. Other than that, I didn't do anything here, but I created a similar sound with a little bit of another delay setting, which I can show you also. That is basically a mono delay. Maybe for fast runs. So the other settings are maybe the same, but the delay here is, yeah, type is post, delay level 0. Okay, mix is 51, 52, 52. Source 2, okay, source 2, high frequency damp is 52. Output level -3. Pan is left 50 right. Delay time 424 milliseconds, regeneration -20, output level 2 -15, pan 2 is left 100 right, delay time, yeah, it's 184 milliseconds, regeneration is minus max, so yeah, that's a shorter delay, but basically what I would do with delays usually is where in a live situation I tend to use mono delays and something around maybe 300 or 400 milliseconds and maybe around 25%. But of course with this unit it's a little bit more difficult to dial that in. So I told you my settings. And let's see, there we have another preset where the chorus is engaged. It's a similar sound like the one which I explained before. So I think the EQ settings are the same. Also the the gain settings. But it's a little bit of another delay, I think, and also the chorus is, well, let's check out the mixer first. Left or right, mix, direction, effect, it's, yeah, direct and effect is 50, so, yeah, maybe 50% of the signal is going through the effects. Let's play around with that. This is 100. Maybe you can hear this phasing thing going on if you change the value. Yeah, but I got the best results with 50, so it's basically in parallel. Chorus, yeah, of course it's in. The level is +6. You can also reduce that a little bit. Now it's -5. Okay. The pan is left 0 right. Pan 1. No, pan. Depth 26. Rate 19. Delay 20 milliseconds. If we reduce this to 2 milliseconds. Well, you can also hear the phasing, so maybe it's not that important, this function. Then level 2 is +6, pan 2 is left 13 right, depth 2 is 11, rate 2 is 27, and delay 2 is 39 milliseconds. So yeah, that was the chorus. And the delay active, it's, what is it? High frequency damp is 27, output level -3, left, pan is left 0 right, delay time 400 milliseconds, output level -3, the pan 2 is strictly pan to the left, so left 100 right, 600 milliseconds, -5, yeah, that's it. Maybe we can set the regeneration a little bit lower so that it doesn't go that long. So regeneration is basically the amount of repeats. If you reduce it, then you will have less repeats of the delayed signal. So yeah, these are a couple of my sounds. Let's see, here we have another one which is called Mr. Clean, which is my clean tone. Maybe I modified one that came with the unit. So let's take a look at the settings. Low gain at 10, tube soft clip, bass level, okay. We have to check the EQ section. The hush is out, turned off, so the pre-EQ, what did I do here? Low frequency level at 0, mid level at 4, and the hertz are 2954. Mid bandwidth is 0.9. And the post EQ settings are bass level +15, bass frequency 131 Hz, Bass bandwidth 2.0, mid-level -2, 805 Hz, 1.1, and the treble level +15, 4K, so 4000, 0.9 is the treble bandwidth, and the presence is +9. Presence frequency 6727 Hz, and presence bandwidth 1.2. I think I'm using a chorus, at least that's what I would do. Speaker simulation is off here. And compressor is turned on. Compressor's settings are -20, the threshold. Compressor attack is 1 milliseconds and compressor release is 1.05. Chorus level +3. The pan is left 0 right. Depth is 28, rate 17, delay 4 milliseconds. Level 2 is -51, so maybe not that much that you can hear. Left 67, right. Depth 2 is 45, rate 2 is 0. Yeah, delay 2 is 2 milliseconds. So maybe I'm using only one. And as you can hear, if I'm here at 3 o'clock at the input level, still clean with this guitar. And the delay is also active. Yeah. Delay level -15. Mix is 51052. Source 2 direct. High frequency damp 48. Output level +5. Pan left 62 right. Delay time 400 milliseconds. Regeneration -8. Output level 2 +3. Pan 2 is left 0 right. Okay. Delay time 2 is 200 milliseconds. Regeneration 2 is -8. And the reverb is, what is it? Direct 73 delay. Reverb level is -15. Reverb decay 35. High frequency damp 62. That's it. So yeah. Sounds good to me, this clean tone. And I think the other ones are not worth mentioning here. So yeah, these are my favorite distortion tones. Especially this one with the dual delay. If it sounds a little bit too trebly, or sometimes this unit tends to has too much of the maybe 2K frequencies. You know now how to dial it out. You go to the post EQ, and then with my settings it's located in the treble frequencies, where I was using the 2484 Hz. And I dialed that back at -5, but you can reduce it more to get a more American tone, I think. If you would like to have a more JCM 800, 800-ish, 80s tone, maybe you should go a little bit higher. So this is with these frequencies at -10, more American. If you raise it to -2, for example, you have the more of this British attitude, but for me this will be way too much. So at -5 is where I ended up with, but I could go a little bit more down. I think -7 is still Still nice. Yeah, so I think that's it for now. Now I will maybe shoot the video where I'm going deeper into the frequencies, but not necessarily for the Voodu valve, but for any modeling unit. Yeah, the Voodu valve sounds kick-ass. Also the Rocktron Prophecy and Chameleon, I think, which I have, and there's another one, the red one, which I also have, which is just a preamp, what's called the Piranha. And the Voodu valve and the Chameleon, they are really similar, if not the same, just the Voodu valve has the tube. But the Prophecy and the Piranha, they are quite different. So they can also sound great, and also these units come with these the concept of two EQs, the pre-EQ and the post-EQ, I think, which is very, very helpful. So I don't know why, yeah. So many amp companies just include the post-EQ but not the pre-EQ. Pre-EQ is basically yeah, a very flexible way to boost the signal, and then people end up buying an amp and boost it with a tube screamer. So they could also integrate the pre-EQ section, like maybe they do in the Mesa Mark series amps. Anyway, so I hope this helps you. If you got any questions about this unit or other units, yeah, please post them in the comment section. And of course, if you have one of these newer units, you can always write me on Facebook if you would like to get my preset packs. Not for this unit, but for the newer ones. And yeah, other than that, hope to see you soon. Goodbye.